Let's go!
Are you ready? Feed me.
Children of all ages, my name is Big Daddy Cool Vinny Apicella, and we are here live on the Sportswire. That's right, folks, we are here from the Sportswire studios right here in New Britain, Connecticut, and that's right, I am Big Daddy Cool Vinny Apicella, and we've got quite a bit of a jam-packed show for you today. Well, first off, we do want to thank our sponsors. We want to thank M&J Video Games and First Base Sports Cards in both Wallingford and Southington, Connecticut. We also want to thank Sister Sue's Homemade Jams and Jellies. They are from West Virginia. So check them out on Facebook. Also Wayne Jones of Black Lion Entertainment Music Group. And Jerry Wilson from It's So Real Productions. And then last but certainly not least, Dean Wildzone's Stay Blessed Productions. They are our sponsors. And all the ways that you can listen to the Sportswire. You can follow us, first of all, on Facebook, facebook.com/SportswireCT. Also, facebook.com/CTPanthersFootball, which is obviously Connecticut Panthers football. Facebook.com/FatCatRadio Enterprise. Also, www.swe-ct.com. and www.myfatcatradio.com. Also, you can check us out on Twitter, SoundCloud, Instagram, Foursquare, Pinterest, Tumblr, and that is at SWE Connecticut, and use the hashtag Vinistry to get in touch with us. As well, you can check us out on YouTube, which we are streaming live. You can check us out on YouTube, on Skype, and Google+. It is SportswireSWE. So there's quite a few ways. Also, you can go over to iTunes, go over to the podcast page, and then you search for Sportswire, look for our flame logo, which is right down there that you are looking at if you're watching YouTube. Right there. Yep. And then you can just subscribe to it, and that's all you got to do. And then every new episode of the Sportswire, every new game of the Connecticut Panthers will be delivered directly to your listening apparatus, be it iPhone, iPad, iPod, or just anything that has iTunes on it, which means your computer, and you can just listen to the Sportswire all day long, or at bedtime, whatever your way is. We got a lot to talk about today. Obviously, we're going to go over this Sunday's NEFL divisional round matchup between the Connecticut Chiefs and the Connecticut Panthers. They will be facing off yet again. It's a rematch from 2 weeks ago. They will be at Falcon Field in Meriden, Connecticut this coming Sunday, October 11th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be live on the sports. We will be live on Fat Cat Radio starting around 6:15 with a pregame show with myself and Lenny Murdo doing the pregame, and we are waiting on word about who's going to be singing the national anthem at that game. I've heard rumors it might be Miss Teen Southington USA, but I don't know yet. I'm waiting on the confirmation, but I don't want to release any names out. As soon as I find out, I will let it go on Facebook and let everybody know. Okay, so back to we also have the review, and we're going to go over NXT Takeover Respect from last night. It was an awesome show. I actually stayed up till 2 a.m. watching it because I had to wait. I had to watch it on tape delay. But you know what? Either way, it was great. Also, we're going to go over the Major League Baseball playoffs The wild card games have been played. The playoff matchups have been set, and unfortunately, the Yankees are not there. So we're gonna talk about that as well. Folks, I do want to first of all say thank you. Thank you to everybody that's been listening or watching the Sportswire and downloading the shows. I know I might have pissed some people off or upset some people when I go on my rants and raves, and I talk real. The fact is I prefer to talk real. I firmly believe that we're not going to end up getting anywhere in this country without talking real. That is specifically why I prefer and why I am voting for Donald Trump for the presidency in 2016. He tells it like it is. He's going to end up doing what he has to do to help us, get out of debt, number one, and number two, make America great again. We've had too many career politicians in the White House, and that's where it has to stop. Okay? Everybody, the nostalgia of having President Obama be elected in 2008 and becoming the first African-American president, okay, the nostalgia has gone, it has left. We are not going to have a female president yet. Hillary Clinton is nowhere near capable of running the presidency. Yes, she's been there before. Obviously with President Clinton, she was the first lady. She was doing a lot of stuff. I agree that she would do an okay job, but I don't think that people want a nostalgia president in there again to screw up this country even more. That's my opinion, and that's my opinion. Alright, the fact of the matter is this, and I will put it right up there. Make America great again. Don't just hope for a change, vote for it. Trump 2016. I've been saying it ever since he announced that he was going for presidency, that I would be voting for him, and I firmly and officially endorse Donald Trump for president in 2016. Just by what he wants to, the fact that he's willing to talk about what people are thinking but don't want to say. Okay, many people don't want to talk about the rash of illegal immigrants in this country. Okay, many people don't want to piss people off. They want to be politically correct. First of all, this whole political correctness is bullshit, and I will say that straight to your face. Being politically correct is bullshit, and I'm not saying that because I feel slighted or whatever. Number one, people get offended too much and too quickly and too easily these days. Okay, I don't care if somebody says something about me. Okay, I'm full Italian. Okay, and they call me a guinea or some kind of Italian slang. You know what? Words. Okay, it's words. I understand kids get upset with words and stuff, and oh gosh, you can't say anything bad about homosexuals because it'll be considered bullying. First of all, grow a thick skin. Okay, I understand. Now, I'm not advocating hate here, so don't get me wrong, and don't understand what I'm talking about. I am not advocating hate one bit. Okay, the fact of the matter is this: people need to be real nowadays. Okay, they need to be able to say, you know what? I'm against same-sex marriage. Okay? I don't feel it's right for a man and a man to get married, considering in the Bible it says marriage between a male and a female, a man and a woman. Okay? Without being thought of as a bigot, without being thought of as judgmental. Okay? That's what I believe. The woman in, what was it, Kentucky, Alabama, wherever it was down south, that got arrested and put in jail for 30 days, the court clerk. Okay, here's the deal. I applaud her for standing up for what she believes. Okay? Now, granted, in the Bible it also says we have to follow the law of the land. There are people who think the Bible is fictitious, which they're idiots, quite honestly. And I will say that. I feel that people who are atheists are just, fools. But again, that's not my place to judge. They feel what they want to believe, that there's no God. Let them explain how we all came about. Because actually science has proven, okay? You want to be scientific, you can be scientific all you want, but science has proven the fact that there is an existence of God, of a higher power. Okay? I don't feel, something's been circulating around Facebook and about the I don't even know what they're called, the bashikis or whatever, the hoods, the facial coverings that Muslim women wear. Okay? They want us to embrace their culture. They come over here and live and they want us to embrace their culture. Absolutely not. Okay? That's the reason why we have so many terrorist attacks, because we buckle. Okay? We're not a strong nation anymore. We buckle under pressure. First, it's the fact that we don't have English as a national language. We allow people who speak Spanish, or people who speak other languages too, it's not just Spanish, but to stay here and live here and not learn English. Okay? We allow that to happen. If you want to speak in your native tongue in your house, that's fine. But when you go out in public, you speak English. Okay, there are many times. Now, I work in a hotel, and people obviously visit from other countries. It is very difficult when people are speaking different languages. Now that's the career I'm in. Okay, I'm not coming down on people for speaking different languages because they live in other countries. But if I chose at one point to move to Rome, you're damn right I would learn Italian and speak in Italian because that's where I am. Okay, if for people coming over to America, you speak English. End of discussion. There should be no press 1 for English, 2 for Spanish, 3 for Portuguese, no. You speak English. Okay, that's the first thing that America buckled to. The second thing America buckled to was this whole influx of other religions. Okay, when America was founded, alright, when they signed the Declaration of Independence, okay, yes, there is a freedom of religion. That means you are free to practice your religion without judgment, without being persecuted. Okay, that's all well and good. Unfortunately, the idea behind that was to allow people to obviously feel free to worship whatever way they wanted to, or not worship, whatever religion they felt they wanted to embrace, okay, and practice, okay. Now, Christians are getting persecuted for believing in Christ. I just saw that they were taking the 10 Commandments out of a government, off the grounds of a government building in one state. That's absolutely ridiculous, okay. They're taking God out of our schools. And then they wonder why there's so many school shootings. But that's only partly the blame. But the fact of the matter is this, okay? Quite honestly, alright, America was founded on Puritan Christian principles because it was the Pilgrims that obviously came over here. Now, I'm not saying that Columbus, I'm not getting in that whole debate about the Native Americans and the Columbus or whatever. The land was here. Native Americans were here first. Do I agree with what we did to the Native Americans? Absolutely not. But do I necessarily do I say that the Native Americans should be running this country? No, I don't. Okay, there's a time and a place for that. The fact of the matter is this: America was colonized by the Pilgrims, by the Puritans. Okay, And it was a Christian country, colonies, under England at the beginning. But the fact of the matter is, after that, when it turned into the actual United States of America, it became a Christian country. Now, does that mean that everybody in the country has to be Christian? No. But does that mean that we have to cater to other religions? No, it does not. Okay? We should not be worrying about what Joe Schmo thinks if he's, if he's an atheist. You deal with it. You practice what you want to practice, but you deal with it the fact the country is still founded under Christian principle. Okay? If you're Muhammad Hassan, and I'm just using the WWE name, okay, and you're a Muslim, or you're Islamic, does that mean we have to buckle to you and recognize that Muhammad is your, or Allah is your God, which is still God, okay, but they don't recognize Jesus Christ for whatever reasons, whatever, but recognize that Muhammad, no, absolutely not. The fact that you don't believe in Christianity is your problem, or your choice, okay? So, the fact of the matter is this, alright? This country was still founded on Christian principles. Should we be buckling to these other religions and other factions? Absolutely freaking not. Okay? And that's basically what I'm going to tell you, is that we should not be. Okay? Should we have same-sex marriage in this country? That's a very touchy subject. Okay? I have friends that are homosexuals, that are gay, that are lesbians. Would I ever say that they can't be with who they want to love? No. But in terms of marriage, no, I don't feel they should be married. Okay? End of discussion. The fact of the matter is, marriage is clearly defined in the Bible as between a man and a woman. Okay? And yeah, I'm going to piss people off by saying that. It's unfortunate but true. Okay? Should the Bible be taken literally word for word? You know what? It is a God-inspired work that has been breathed through the words of prophets and apostles. So the fact of the matter is, should it necessarily be taken word for word? I don't know. Okay, I really did that, written 2,000 years ago or more, translations all the time, maybe it shouldn't be taken word for word. But the fact of the matter is that it's still a guidebook for how life should be lived, in my opinion. Alright, I'm a Christian. Does that mean that I think that masturbation is wrong? You know what? I think that science and religion have a breaking point, and sometimes you have to worry about science a little bit more. Okay? After learning what I've learned by doctors and everything, masturbation is obviously healthy for you. And of course, the churches are going to tell you, oh, it's impurity or whatever. Well, what's going on. Whether or not there is homosexuality is nurture or nature, whether it's in your genes or if it's something that's learned. I'm not a genealogist, I'm not a scientist, I can't say yes or no on that. What I can say is this: you can't help who you're attracted to. You can't help who you love, other than if it's family. And even some family members you don't have to love. Okay? I don't necessarily agree with homosexuality, but you know what? If that's the way you want to live your life, that's the way you want to live your life. How am I going to judge somebody for sinning differently than I sin? End of discussion. Jesus Christ came down here to save everybody and to take away all your future sins, past, present, and future, when he died on the cross. I will leave that as it is. And do I necessarily, if you want to live your life that way, go right ahead. Who am I to judge? I feel it's not right for same-sex marriage, but you know what? Obviously, it's not for me to say. Okay, well, folks, we're going to get to our first song of the day. All right, this is going to be our good buddy Twism Whitepiece. Okay, here's a host. We're going to end up having an interview with him probably at some point soon. We're going to be doing a joint interview on my show and on his show at some point soon. And, stay tuned for it. I'll let you know when that's going to be. But here's our first song. It's going to be our good buddy Twism Whitepiece right here on the Sportswire. Here's Do You Remember?
This one's dedicated to the one I still remember. Do you? They say it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Do you remember? All of the kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember? All of the promises, the memories, have you forgotten all of them that easily? I'm sitting here stuck, looking out the window at the rain come and go, the days come and go, the pain come and go, the memories of us that I just can't let go. The moment that we met, our eyes lined up, spying deep inside each other's souls. We both knew from the go we had to grab a hold of this train ride. It started like a roller coaster, now like a children's track, we moving slower. Hollering and screaming, fighting and believing the best we had already achieved. I believe the moment that we accepted defeat came when we stopped fiending for each other, stopped being there for each other. But there is no other that I would have ever put before you. It's just that the proof I had for you wasn't the truth for you. Now I'm sitting here so shattered, feeling like a fool. Does it even matter? Do you remember? Kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember? All of the promises, the memories, have you forgotten all of them that easily? Too many opportunities to recover from the troubles we were dealt, but not enough energy or health to continue to fight the blows being thrown just below the belt. We use words to cut deep like a ginsu. With issues remaining, we never talked and or rearranged behaviors and or actions. I'm thinking back to when I was backtracking, being attacked by your friends, haters, and pretends. Who was there with a shoulder to lend? Who held your hand when the last man left you stranded? Who took you from misery to happiness by being the friend that made you mad at snowball fights in a snowstorm? Candles lit, formed in a heart with warm oil to start the massage, a collage of pictures, prayers uttered together, filled with wishes. Our best intentions never made it to reality. It's a sad reality, thinking of it really. Do you remember? All of the kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember?
Hey guys, Vanessa here from Pose. Are you tired of listening to the same old stations? Are you ready for a change? Well, there's something new coming your way. Fat Cat Radio, hosted by Twism Whitepiece. Listen to what you've been missing.
Sportswire. And folks, you know what? You know what that song means? And no, guys, don't get your hopes up. I'm not talking about Sable coming on the show. What I'm talking about is the Connecticut Panthers. And that means that I'm going to be talking about the Panthers this coming Sunday night, 7 o'clock, Falcon Field. Your reigning, defending, undisputed, two-time NFL Colonial Conference champions, the Connecticut Panthers. They take on the Connecticut Chiefs and begin their defending of their championship. It is the playoffs. It'll be the divisional round. It'll be a rematch from 2 weeks ago. In that 2 weeks ago, it was also the Chiefs versus the Panthers that you heard live right here on the right here on Fat Cat Radio, courtesy of the Sportswire. But that's right, Panthers and Chiefs live this Sunday, 7 p.m. Falcon Field. Tickets are just $10. Kids under 12 are free, as always. And if you're not able to make it, you can listen to it live right here on Fat Cat Radio, because we'll be going live around 6 or 6:15 with a pregame show. Now, we are working on getting to, so that's what it is. The Pioneer Valley Knights will be going into Danbury to take on the Western Connecticut Militia, as obviously the Chiefs come into Meriden to take on the Connecticut Panthers. Now, this is in the Southern Division. If the Panthers win, they'll be going on. Now, the Panthers, if the Militia win over the Knights, which for pretty much it will, the Panthers will be going into Danbury to take on the Militia on the weekend of the 17th to the 18th. If the Knights pull out an upset, which would be awesome, if the Knights pull out an upset, which I don't think will happen, the Knights will come to Meriden, to Falcon Field to play. And then we go to the championship. Now, in the Northern Division, again, it's the Southern Maine Raging Bulls are the number 1 seed. They're going to host the Rhode Island War Dogs. And then the North Shore Generals go into Boston to take on the Boston Bandits. And I apologize. It's the Boston Bandits going into the North Shore, going to the North Shore Generals home field for that game. And then, you know, it looks as if Southern Maine may take it all. If it comes down to, like Coach Welch had said, if it comes down to the Raging Bulls and the Panthers in the championship, there will be a coin toss as to who gets home field advantage. The past 2 seasons, it had been in Maine. He's hoping that it's in Meriden this time. If we host the championship, it'll be October 24th, and it'll be live right here on Fat Cat Radio, because we will have it. Even if we have to go up to Maine for it, I'm hoping that we could figure it out and get to it so that we can be live on Fat Cat Radio for the championship. But either way, just stay tuned. We will be live this coming Sunday, October 11th, here on Fat Cat Radio for the game between the Panthers and the Chiefs. They played 2 weeks ago, and the game was quite sloppy, actually, between the Panthers and the Chiefs, in that a lot of dropped balls, and it wasn't even raining out. That's the sad part. They had Jimmy Bryant at quarterback, who is normally a wide receiver, and let's just hope that they get their running game together. Richard Snowden should be back at quarterback after resting his shoulder for 2 weeks. Obviously, they've been practicing and getting things together. So let's just hope that everything works out well for them. And like I said, we'll be live. That's all I can say. I spoke with Lenny Murdo yesterday. He's looking forward to it. Next year, now I don't want to, diminish the importance of this playoff or these playoffs and the championship. Next year, we're going to be doing a whole lot more with the Panthers. We are going to be looking for more sponsors. So if you're in the Meriden, Connecticut area and you want to sponsor the Connecticut Panthers, definitely email me, sportswire@swe-ct.com, and we'll make it happen. If you want to play for the Panthers, we actually had somebody who messaged the Panthers on Facebook and wanted to find out about playing for the Panthers. I forwarded it to Coach Welch. Because obviously we're in the playoffs now, we're not accepting any players, but come next season we will be. And hopefully we'll be 3-time defending national champions, which would be awesome. Next being that we will be looking for more sponsors. This way, every time there's a touchdown, it'll be brought to you by somebody. And it's not all about the money, but we want to make our goal here at Sportswire, and I've said this before, when we were doing the Hartford Whalers games, who have turned into the Colts. But my goal is to bring minor league to a major league level, and part of that is promoting and supporting your local semi-pro teams. We want to make it where the NFL would be an official feeder system for whether it be arena or NFL. That would be awesome. Could you imagine? Number one, that would be a lot more revenue dollars, more money for the teams. This way the players wouldn't have to pay. They may be able to get, a little bit of money, maybe get a stipend or something. And that would be great, because then, the fields would want them and give them a break on the price. And, if let's say you're seeing the number 1 draft pick and he's not ready for the NFL, so they send him to the NFL. Well, that would be awesome. And, whatever. Or if it's a guy on a decline of his career, you send him down to the NFL and he's playing. Or, if it's somebody that needs to play a few games just to get back into regular season shape for the NFL or arena or whatever, and they send him down to the NFL. That, let's work together on that and make that a reality. So that would be awesome. Also, news on New Britain, Connecticut. Obviously, we know the Rockcats are moving to Hartford to become the Hartford Yard Goats next year, which is still the absolute worst team I've ever heard for worst name I've ever heard for any team, the Yard Goats. What is a Yard Goat? All I think of is Daniel Bryan. But I digress. New Britain is officially getting an Atlantic League team. And what does that mean? Well, that means that the New Britain Stadium will not be empty next year. We will be getting an Atlantic League team, which is the same league that the Bluefish are in. They still don't know whether it will be an expansion team or one of the teams that's currently there but just relocating to New Britain. They're thinking maybe the Camden River Sharks will be coming up to New Britain, or an expansion team. I am going to get in touch with the Atlantic League office within the next couple of weeks and find out how to throw in a bid for broadcasting rights for SWE, me, to get in there and broadcast live on Fat Cat Radio. Exactly, live on Fat Cat Radio, the whatever the New Britain team is, which would be absolutely awesome. So, keep in mind for that, and definitely get ready to support a new team coming in to New Britain, because obviously I'm not going to be talking about the Yard Goats, because I don't think that they're going to be any great team. I mean, they're still the AA affiliate of the Rockies. They're still in the Eastern League, but I just can't get behind a team called the Yard Goats. I can't. Their mascot's going to be Daniel Bryan. Anyways, I'm going to get to my next song. It's actually a singer I haven't played in quite a while. It's Katie Perkins. She is local from Connecticut, from New London. It's called We Can Make It. right here on Sportswire.
I like to sing out loud, feel the sunrise in my heart. It takes away the blue again, dries me up from all the rain. You know I'd walk 1,000 miles. There's something in that boy's smile that makes me love him so. It's so hard to let him go, so I hold on to what we got. We give it all, but they want more. They just don't believe in forever. I'm ready to leave it. I'm ready to prove them wrong. We can fight this hand in hand all on our own. They say we can make it. They tell us it's all wrong. We're gonna break down all those rules and make some of our own. We're both working 9 to 5 to save enough to leave this life, so we can be young and free, somewhere that they can't see, creating all that we had dreamed, enjoying what's in between, every second, every day is love, proving that we'll rise above. Hold on to what we got. We give it all, but they want more. They just don't believe in forever. I'm ready to leave it. I'm ready to prove them wrong. We can fight this hand in hand on our own. They say we won't make it. They tell us it's all wrong. We're gonna break down all those rules and make some of our own. Everybody should see love is only what you make it out to be. He's the air that I breathe. One day I know you'll believe. We're ready to make it. We're ready to prove them wrong. We can fight this hand in hand on our own. They say we won't make it. They tell us it's all wrong. We're gonna break down all those rules and make some of our own. I know we can make it.
And that was Katie Perkins right here on the Sportswire with We Can Make It. You know, I gotta say this. I don't necessarily understand, or not that I don't understand it. I don't know why people do this. So, people who are friends with the Sportswire host, generic Facebook page, okay, they decide to tag the sport profile. In my opinion, at least, when you tag somebody, that means you're with somebody. If you're, you know, at a park, if you're at a game or a field, you know, or a restaurant, you tag the person because that's who you're with. These people, they tag you that they're not even with you. Okay? If I want somebody to see a post, I will put their name either in the post or in the comment. Okay? And actually write the name out. I will not tag them as I'm with them because I'm sorry, I'm not with you. And you know, I got into a discussion / argument with my son's mother, actually, who decided that before my Facebook account was canceled, that any time she would post a picture of my son, she would tag everybody in her family, whether they met my son or not. Okay? And I tried to explain to her, no, do not do that. For the main reason, okay, I don't know who your family knows. I don't want my son's picture being all over the internet on people's timelines that do not know him. Now, obviously, you're going to tag myself, you know, my mother, your mother, whatever, your family are from around here that I know that, okay, you know, whatever, they're going to be part of my son's life, or they are part of my son's life. But when you're tagging people that he's never met, okay, I don't know who they are. Okay, I don't know, you know, if somebody on their list is an actual child predator. Okay, I don't want that happening. She would tag me on the stupidest thing. There was somebody else who used to tag me on a video of the WWE or WWE video. Okay, and now there's a place, Zombies Invade Agawam. Okay, now that's a pretty cool concept, and I know it's, you know, for haunted houses and everything. And you know, they're at the Big E Festival or the Big E Fairgrounds to do their thing and whatever. Okay, fine, that's awesome. But I'm not there. Do not tag me, or the Sportswire host is not there. Do not tag that profile, that account in your post. You know, it's not there. It's like, you want me to see it, I'll see it on my timeline when you post it, but do not tag me. So I've been hiding everything, and it tends to get annoying. It really does. There's a difference of, like, when Twism tags Sportswire host profile, because, you know what, we're all part of Fat Cat Radio, we're all part of Team Elite, you know, so yeah, okay, that's going to happen. And that's good. And he doesn't actually say he's with me, he puts me in the, or puts it in the context of the post, the name, you know, that way. So that's how it goes. All right, so you know, I just don't understand why people do that. You know, it's like, you want somebody to see the pictures, okay, fine, send it to them in a message. You know, or just say, come look at my picture. You know, it's ridiculous. Okay. So now we are going to move on. Now that my other small rant is there, now we are going to move on to NXT TakeOver Respect. Last night on the WWE Network, it started at 9, ended at 11. I actually watched it from like 11:30 to 1:30. I apologize. I'm actually texting somebody to try to get the singer for the national anthem before Sunday. Alright, so yeah, I watched it from 11:30 to 1:30 last night. It was actually a pretty awesome show. You know, I have to say, NXT has become the WWE's third brand. It was originally supposed to be their, you know, developmental, but you know what? It's really taken a life of its own. Triple H, Oliveck, whatever you want to call him, has done a tremendous job with NXT. And it's come out that Vince has absolutely no creative control over NXT, has no hand in creative at all with NXT. That's Triple H's baby. And NXT is actually overtaking, in my opinion, the WWE. And that's simply because of the fact that, you know, there's really nothing stopping NXT. I think people are tired of the actual WWE, you know, the fact that the Shield, you know, so they're finally moving up to the main roster. But NXT, you know what? Quite honestly, I will say this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. NXT has the much better women's division. Asuka, who has, her name is spelled like Asuka, but Asuka over from Japan. She was part of Shimmer. She was part of, I think IWGP Women or whatever, the New Japan. Awesome female athlete, awesome women's wrestler, and I love the chant. The last night was the first time in history that a women's match. Number one, the women have actually competed in an Iron Woman match. Okay, it was Bayley and Sasha Banks in a 30-minute Iron Woman match for the women's NXT Women's Championship, and it was the first time. It was the main event of the show. First time ever in WWE history that a women's match was the main event. Now, obviously, TNA has done it numerous times, but WWE has never done it. I don't know whether it's because they just don't respect women athletes or they don't think women can draw. The fact is, the women in NXT are much better than the women up on the main roster. Now, that's not taking anything from Charlotte or Becky or Paige or Sasha, but you've got Bayley and Sasha Banks, you got Asuka, you got Dana Brooks, you have Emma, you have a bunch of other women down in NXT that are just getting it on and just blowing the roof off the house every single night. And you know what? If the Bella Twins want to be they want to be divas, the Diva Revolution, let them be divas. Keep them on Total Divas. Keep them out of the ring. Alicia Fox. They need to get rid of the name Divas. I don't like it. It's women's wrestling. During the Iron Woman match last night, fans were chanting women's wrestling, because that's what it is. And the fact is, I don't like the Divas moniker. I just don't think that it's necessary. Also last night, Samoa Joe and Finn Balor teamed up to win the Dusty Rhodes Invitational Tag Tournament. In the finals, actually they fought twice last night. They had the two semifinal matches and then the finals. In the semifinals, they ended up beating, who did they beat? Boy, now I'm drawing a blank. I know Rhino and Baron Corbin beat Jason Jordan and Gable, Jordan and Gable, and then I can't even remember who Finn Balor and Samoa Joe beat in the semifinals, but they ended up going on and beating Rhino and Baron Corbin, and it was actually a great time. Great matchups. Balor and Samoa Joe worked very well together as a team, and I couldn't think of fitting two other. If you put Samoa Joe, there's still time to set it up. Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar. I would love to see that, and you put that at WrestleMania in Dallas. That's what's going to sell out on Monday. It's going to end up being. I like them both. He's been there so long, and it's called Just Being With You Tonight.
I've never been for feel-good songs. My life's like a coaster and I'm hanging on. And a good girl could turn bad with you, but a good girl wouldn't have a chance with you. And it's okay if it's one-on-one. I don't make promises or carry on. Let's take this time for what we got, turn it into something that we both want. I could die and I'd be alright, just being with you. I won't mind just one more time, just be with you tonight. A good girl could turn bad with you, chance with you. Let's take this time for what we got. Turn it into something that we both want. We both want. We both want. I could die and I'd be alright just being with you. I won't mind just one more time just being with you. I could die and I'd be alright just being with you. I won't mind just one more time just being with you. Just being with you tonight. Just being with you tonight. Just being with you tonight. Just being with you tonight.
This is Baby Doll from WSLA 1560 AM's The Sports Show, and you're listening to SportsWire. It's the hottest sports show in entertainment.
Alright, and that's right, we are the hottest sports show in entertainment. The SportsWire. Big thank you to Baby Doll from the Sports Guru Show. Check her out in Louisiana, New Orleans, WSLA. Like I said, they are actually on the radio down there. So I do want to touch on something. I kind of got into a little bit of a right now while you doing our last song. I had actually posted a message about not tagging me. Somebody had actually asked a question about the Pioneer Valley Knights. When did they win the Super Bowl? Well, obviously we all know that the Pioneer Valley Knights could not win the Super Bowl because they're not in the NFL. They are in an EFL. I just kind of pointed out. I also asked, please stop. Please stop posting me. So now I kind of feel bad, or tagging the Sportswire host. But anyways, I'm gonna just kind of give them a little shout out here. Zombies Invade Agawam. They do a haunted graveyard, haunted house type of thing. I guess it's almost like a paintball type of thing. If you're watching on YouTube, yes, I'm looking right at my phone. Fridays and Saturdays in October. It's actually a paintball type of thing. Zombies have invaded Agawam. We need your help to eliminate the threat. Do you have what it takes to survive? Or will you become part of the zombie horde? Reserve your tickets now, limited availability. And I guess you could find them online, zombiesinvadeagawam.com. You can get zombified by Luna Design Studios. It actually is pretty cool. I guess they're giving away tickets for tomorrow night. The zombie apocalypse, zombies are actually becoming very big because of The Walking Dead. Now, I watched The Walking Dead. I really didn't get too far into the Fear the Walking Dead. It's like, I guess there were too many humans. But it's like if I actually sat down to watch it, I think I fell asleep during the first one because I watched it too late at night. But I'll have to wait for it to come on Netflix and kind of catch up. Which Netflix is just an awesome way to catch up on shows. Anyways, as I was saying, the zombie apocalypse, it's just awesome. So I gave them a shout out, Zombies Invade Agawam, and I'll let them know that I gave them a shout out on the Sportswire. I have no problem giving people shout outs. I just don't like, the tagging all the time. I'm not there with you. It's like, yeah, I'll promote you, don't get me wrong, but, at my convenience. So definitely check them out. Zombies Invade Agawam. Alright, so Major League Baseball. Okay? The playoffs are upon us. We had the 2 wild card games over the past 2 nights, and to say they were interesting is an understatement. The first one, Tuesday night, was Houston Astros going into Yankee Stadium to take on the New York Yankees, and they came out as 3-0 winners. They shut out the Yankees at home in the so they go now on to play Kansas City. And Toronto and Texas are going to start their games. Actually, the game starts today at 3 o'clock, I believe, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, with Texas at Toronto. And then tonight it'll be Houston at Kansas City. Tomorrow the National League wildcard, the National League Divisional Series starts. The National League wildcard game was last night. It was Cubs at Pirates. And the Cubs went in there, and Jake Arrieta just completely shut down the Pittsburgh Pirates, who had 98 wins. And 98 wins over the season. And they got shut out 4-hit. Second year in a row that they got shut out in 4-hit. So the Cubs, who had 97 wins this year, but think about it, 97 and 98 wins were not enough to win the NL Central from the Cardinals. So the NL Central was just absolutely tough. So think about that. So the Cubs will go on to face St. Louis, and then the Mets are going to end up playing, I believe, the Dodgers. Was it the Dodgers that clinched in the NL West? I believe it was. It was Dodgers the Giants, but I think it was the Dodgers this year. So it'll be the Mets and the Dodgers. It'll be the Cubs and the Cardinals. They start tomorrow night. Probably tomorrow afternoon. But any team can win it now. I firmly believe that. I would love to see the Cubs win it. They're still looking for their first championship since 1908, which is an even longer drought the Red Sox went with. So let's just hope that, I'm going to root for the Cubs. I should be rooting for the Mets, which, again, they haven't won since '86, but the Cubs haven't won since 1908. 1908, that's 107 years since the Cubs have won the World Series championship. So, I'm going for the Cubs. All right, we're gonna go to our next 2 songs. We're gonna go to our final 2 songs right now, and remember last week I introduced you to Justin Calio. It's his song "Love You Tonight," and then we've also got Jenna Murata with "Rainy Days." So we'll go to Justin Calio first, and then we'll go to Jenna Murata. So here's Justin Calio with "Love You Tonight," right here on the Sportswire.
I wanna lay you, baby, so can I lay you tonight? I'm like no other, baby, let's have a hell of a night. Alright. Placing above you, but baby, I'm not a settling tight. Sorry, baby, I can't lay you for life. Let's go.
You say you wanna roll with me, then let's go. But baby, don't fall for me, 'cause I'll go.
Stop with the melodrama. I mean, excuse me, mama. You want the finer things? Then don't you ain't Cabana? The Louis out of Prada. I think I buy you nada. See me, I beat it up, press release and pop my collar. She hoping I'm a caller. I hope it's not a problem. Don't need no issues with you catching feelings, causing drama. I handle my business with precision and marijuana. No time for superficials. Need no more baby mamas. I'm just saying, baby, I like it just the way it is. I'm talking cut friends. I seek one to cut away. See, we could touch a bit and afterwards I gotta split. I'm just telling it like it is. This is real as it gets. Yeah. baby, so can I lay you tonight? I'm like no other, baby, let's have a hell of a night. Alright, alright, alright. Placing above you, but baby, I'm not a settling tight. So sorry, baby, I can't lay you for life. Let's go, let's go.
Say you wanna roll with me, then let's go. Go, go, go. But baby, don't fall for me, cause I'll go.
Excuse me, miss, I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm sorry for misking something, for making something from nothing. It wasn't, or really was it? Was blinded by the assumptions, was trying to be triumphant, was ready for the becoming. I know, it's not improbable, any obstacles optional, making possible possible. We the people unstoppable. Is it logical that we can last until the end of time? I'm focused on my grind, never mind, I must decline. Baby, so can I lay you tonight? I'm like no other, baby, let's have a hell of a night. Alright, alright, alright. Placing above you, but baby, I'm not a settling tight. So sorry, baby, I can't lay you for life. Let's go, let's go.
Say you wanna roll with me, then let's go. Go, go, go. But baby, don't fall for me, cause I'll go.
Baby, so can I lay you tonight? I'm like no other, baby, let's have a hell of a night. Alright, alright, alright. Placing above you, but baby, I'm not a settling tight. So sorry, baby, I can't lay you for life. Let's go.
My mama sang to me, put your hands together and come sing it with me, 'cause it's a rainy, rainy day, rainy
rainy day right here on the Sportswire. Again, Jenna Murata, rainy day. I tried to get her to sing the national anthem this Sunday. Unfortunately, she cannot. She's sung it before, and just couldn't do it. But that's okay, because actually we're looking at, I talked to another friend of mine who's actually a music promoter, and she's going to help me find somebody. Okay, so we're actually going to get to our final segment of the week. And that means only one thing. That is our dumb laws of the day. Dumb laws of the day. We're going down south to the sunshine state of Florida. And here we go. In Florida, dumb laws. Florida accidentally banned all computers and smartphones in internet cafes. How the hell did they do that? It's an internet cafe. That's where you supposed to use computers and smartphones. I understand accidentally, but holy cow. The term motor vehicle was revised to exclude swamp buggies, deregulating the primary mode of transportation in the state. Swamp buggy is not a motor vehicle anymore. This has been repealed. It is illegal for a doctor to ask a patient whether or not they own a gun. The state constitution allows for freedom of speech, a trial by jury, and pregnant pigs to not be confined in cages. Oh, bother. One may not commit any unnatural acts with another person. Unmarried couples may not commit lewd acts and live together in the same residence. Corrupting the public morals is defined as a nuisance and is declared a misdemeanor offense. Doors of all public buildings must open outwards. It is illegal to sell your children. Really? Do they actually have to make that law? It is illegal to sing in a public place while attired in a swimsuit. Well, okay, yeah, well, unfortunately that takes away the Miss America pageant. Men may not be seen publicly in any kind of strapless gown. Alrighty then. Having sexual relations with a porcupine is illegal. I don't know who would want to have sexual relations with a porcupine anyways. It is illegal to skateboard without a license. When having sex, only the missionary position is legal. You may not fart in a public place after 6 p.m. It is considered an offense to shower naked. Well, how are you supposed to wash yourself if you can't shower naked? You are not allowed to break more than 3 dishes per day or chip the edges of more than 4 cups or saucers. Okay. Women may be fined for falling asleep under a hairdryer, as can the salon owner. Oral sex is illegal. A special law prohibits unmarried women from parachuting on Sunday or shall risk arrest, fine, and jailing. Oh boy, alright, so let's see the city laws in Florida now. Oh man. More dumb laws in Florida. You may not kiss your wife's breasts. That's crazy. If an elephant is tied to a parking meter, or is left tied to a parking meter, the parking fee has to be paid just as it would for a vehicle. Penalty for horse theft is death by hanging. That's got to be from the 1800s. Now we're going to city laws in Florida. In Big Pine Key, it is illegal to molest a key deer. Alright. In Broward County, persons may not be inappropriately attired who work at a hot dog stand. Whatever they got to do inappropriately attired. As long as you don't get the wrong hot dog in the boiler, I think you'll be okay. In Cape Coral, it is against the city ordinance to hang your clothes outside on the clothesline. It is illegal to park a pickup truck in your driveway or in front of your house on the street. Well, what if you own a pickup truck? In Cape Coral City, a $50 fine would be levied on anyone who allows a couch to sit in their carport. Okay. Oh, good gracious. In Daytona Beach, the molestation of trash cans is banned. Oh, bother. Maintaining a car on your property which is no longer in use is prohibited. Owning a flower pot with water in it that isn't capable of draining is considered a public nuisance. In Destin, Florida, it is illegal for an owner of a store to allow another person to pass out free ducklings in front of their store. Destin states that a cat that viciously chases passers-by is a bad cat. If you wish to go swimming in the ocean, get dressed in your hotel room. Torpedoes may not be set off in the city. Does not really need to be in there. If you like to ride your bicycle in Denton, don't lean it up against a tree in a cemetery. It is illegal to drive over graves in a cemetery. Well, that's normal. If you notice an ice cream man attempting to sell his cold concoctions in a cemetery, call the police immediately, for that is illegal. Why would an ice cream man, first of all, try to sell anything in a cemetery? They're already cold. In Hialeah, gambling and strolling is a misdemeanor. In Key West, chickens are considered a protected species. City, no one may bring a pig with them to the beach. Sorry, Homer, no spider pig or hairy plopper. In Naples, neon signs are prohibited. In Palm Bay, persons may not tow a sled behind their vehicles. In Pensacola, citizens may not be caught downtown without at least $10 on their person. Okay, what if you're broke, or poor, or homeless? You don't have money. In Pensacola, keeping going, it is illegal to roll a barrel on any street. Fines go up according to the contents of the barrel. A woman can be fined only after death for being electrocuted in a bathtub because of using self-beautification utensils. So they're going to find someone after they get electrocuted to death by an accident. Oh, bother. In Sanford, stage nudity is banned with the exception of bona fide theatrical performances. In Sarasota, if you hit a pedestrian, you are fined $78. Oh, that's not too bad. And then you may not catch crabs. Which crabs are they talking about? In Satellite Beach, beer may not be sold between 2 a.m. Okay. Persons may not appear in public clothed in liquid latex. All right. In Seaside, all houses must have white picket fences and full-width 2-story porches. Alrighty. In Tampa, women may not expose their breasts while performing topless dancing. Well, topless means they expose their breasts. Lap dances must be given at least 6 feet away from a patron. Well, then that's not considered a lap dance. Folks, obviously you can't make this stuff up. Those are your dumb laws of the day from Florida. I am at a loss for words for some of those because, well, I get all those from dumblaws.com. I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I just can't put into words how stupid some of those laws are. But folks, thank you for watching and or listening. This has been a great show. Again, I am Vinny Apicella, Big Daddy Cool Vinny Apicella. The Sportswire is here. Thank you for our sponsors. Thank you for our musical guests. And, well, have a great rest of the day. We'll see you on Monday.